Hey everybody, welcome to Mat Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Adrian Zarian. I'm joined by the beer smuggler himself, Rich Stambolian.
Oh, sneaking beers everywhere, baby.
Is that
all
what
day,
that's
every
what you're known
day.
For? That's what you're known for.
That's part of what I'm known for. I'm known
you
to
got
be
high
a very
fives.
sweet, handsome, charming boy. But you know what? You know what the best part is? Like, I'll bring it. Yesterday's a great example. I went to Comic-Con with my wife. It was a fantastic experience. Big shout out to Ernest and to Lewis, who saw me on the show floor and said what's up, and they're fans of the show. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that's great.
But they serve alcohol there, right? But
Yeah.
are you going to buy a $17 cocktail on the floor of Comic-Con? That's like...
They sell cocktails?
Yeah, they sell cocktails and beer. That's like half a shot. No. Since I went with my wife, I met a couple of friends there. This man, as you know, backpack full of beers, maybe a couple of mixed drinks. I ain't trying to spend $1 million on booze at the Comic-Con, you know?
Yeah, it's too much. That convention is too much for me.
It was a lot. A lot of folks got like immediately burnt out. Like my friend Mike, who just moved back to the city from Cali, was there for legitimately an hour and then left.
Yeah. Well, I saw, I get to see everybody in their costumes because I'm in Midtown, right? I'm right by there.
Yeah.
I saw the best one, and it was there was a guy in Grand Central. He was dressed like Prince with a basketball.
Oh, nice.
Skins
like
versus blouses. Yeah, skins versus blouses. I ran to this guy to be like, dude, you look incredible.
My wife's joke yesterday was pointing people out on the train going, I know where that person's going.
Yeah.
I know where that person's going right now.
Yeah. I'm glad you went yesterday. Now, I know we know a lot of people that are there. Tony's there today. Tony's there today. And it's his birthday. He's the birthday boy.
Happy birthday, Tony Khan. Did you?
We should go kidnap him.
Did you? Don't say that.
You want to prank him? No, like a friendly one, like a fun one, not like a violent, like you know. Happy birthday! Put a bag over it, cover his head, and then put him in a van, and then take it out, and there's a birthday cake.
I'm gonna say no right now because as a guy, as you
I'm
as a guy
joking,
who
by
does
the way.
not like getting pranked.
I
don't know why you would do that.
I hate pranks.
What if somebody did that to you? What if MG showed up with a van and was like just behind you, put like a burlap sack over your head and threw you into a van?
Dude, that's a Friday night.
He'd like it.
That's what I make him do every Friday night when I'm walking home. That's our role play.
It wouldn't be a prank though. Hang on a sec. This just in. Bachelor 3000, $1.99. Happy Friday, nephews.
How old is he an unk? How old is Bachelor 3000?
I don't know. How old are you, buddy?
Is he an unk?
Is
he an unk?
Beginning.
Are you? You're an unk.
I'm an unk.
Mm-hmm.
I was called an old head the other day, and I took great offense to it.
By your children?
No, not by my children. By one of my staff.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's funny. Oh,
he turned 47 yesterday.
Happy birthday, Bachelor 3000.
He is an unk.
Also, in other news, NYC Demon Diva is back. Fight me, Zarian.
Is she back in the States?
No, I think she's Puerto Rican freaking, baby.
She's Puerto Rican freaking. She is Puerto Rican freaking. Yeah. I love her so much. I really do.
She's the queen of the island.
Every time she is the queen of the. Every time I'm like scrolling on TikTok and she pops up, I have to say public. I'm like, oh my god, I love Issa. Every time.
The best. I also ran into Alex yesterday, Church of Joshi. Big shout out to her.
Yeah, she was working there, right? She was working in a booth. Yeah. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. If you're there, you meet people. It's awesome. We're gonna talk about wrestling, but can I show you what I got?
Please.
Okay.
Please do.
I'm fulfilling all my childhood comic book dreams. Okay. All the issues that I never owned, I'm buying them now for my kids. So, Taylor is all about baseball. This girl is obsessed with the Mets. She freaking loves Pete Alonso. She knows all the stats. So I bought her a bunch of baseball cards. Dude, she opened up these cards. She got so many good things in there. Awesome. So she's like, I want to kind of sell them. Can I sell them? I'm like, dude, you should definitely sell them. So I'm going to set up like a little eBay for her.
That's pretty sweet.
So while I was on eBay setting it up, I came across this.
You bought other stuff, of course.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. I came across
hard
this.
Not to.
Do you have this one?
I can't see what you're...
You can't see me?
I can't see you.
No. What do you see?
I have that.
This one.
I have that, but not that cover. I have that
not that
Spider-Man,
cover. Yeah,
but not that cover. Yeah.
So I got a 9.8.
Nice.
And I got the one that I wanted as a kid. I got this graded.
Oh, amazing.
9.6.
Such a great cover. Such a great cover.
So then I also bought one for me. Another one, ungraded.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So this is for my kids, not me. Remember that.
You've got a lot of CGC books too.
I'm buying I'm starting to buy the graded ones because I'm realizing that the value goes really high in those over years. It was a viewer had sent me the Secret Wars number 8 with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And it was like when he sent it, I looked up the value. It's a 9.8. It was like $150. Now it's like a couple $100. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I might as well get them. You know?
Did he send you a graded one, or did he send you
graded 9.8?
Wow, it's dope.
Yeah, it's a 9.8. So
Yeah,
this is my new retirement plan. Forget about buying gold. Buy graded comic books.
Listen, you buy those old Silver Age books, the value is just going to go up because they don't exist.
Dude, these are getting less and less now, and they overprinted these, and now there's none of them are left.
Yeah,
you know
that Jim Lee era X-Men. You know, like that first appearance of Gambit. If you get like a 9.8 on that, like forget it. That's like
what was that? 263,
266 maybe.
Wow, my brain worked, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's around there. You got it.
Yeah.
Cadillac Carson's back. What up, my dogs?
All right, awesome. Let's talk about some wrestling, huh?
Let's do it. Let's go into it.
Let's go into. Also, we got a pay-per-view tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, from Parth.
Mm-hmm.
We'll watch that. It'll be great. Perth.
Why are you saying Parth?
Perth.
Perth. It's not like the Parthenon.
The Parth. I want it to be Parth. Koda Ibushi on Collision for the Collision taping. I got to see footage of this.
Oh no!
This poor guy. Ibushi fell off the top rope to the outside of the ring, and he immediately grabbed his leg. They had to redo the finish. They did a count out. Alexander won with a count out. It was later reported that he broke his femur.
Might be a broken femur. That's awful.
It is very difficult to break your femur.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the I would not expect his femur to break. Considering how muscular his legs are, the support. So, I don't know. Maybe there was something going on, you know? Maybe he had a hairline fracture on his femur, and it
exactly.
And it got worse.
Or a stress fracture.
It could have been a stress fracture like that went bad. That's what happened to my daughter when they thought that she had cancer.
Yeah.
She had a stress fracture on her femur, and they couldn't figure it out, and they thought that she had bone cancer. So this is not good. This poor guy has been suffering for years now. Injury after issue. Man,
seems like every time he comes back, it doesn't last very long, and he's out again.
Yeah,
it's been a rough ride for him for the last couple of years.
It's that entire generation, you know.
Yeah.
Look at Kenny. Kenny's beat up, you know, and he's one of the best. And Okada, we don't see how beat up he is because he barely does anything now.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that as like a dig or a negative, but in reality, he's not putting on those matches that he was in Japan. And why would he? You know, now he's wrestling for a TV product, not a wrestling product. So I get it. I listen, I love to see those 6-star matches, but it's also 10 years removed. So
right.
I feel so bad for this guy. Can't catch a break.
Yeah, poor guy. I wish him a speedy recovery. I think we both do.
Yeah.
In other news, WWE has re-signed Santos Escobar. This is after his contract ran out earlier this week, and apparently it's a big deal with a lot of perks, according to Brian Alvarez.
Yeah, he got the Juan Soto deal. He has the suite, and he has his parents chauffeured around.
Amazing.
So they offered him a deal. He said no. He didn't like the deal. And they came back, and they realized, you know, this is not good optics because it got public, and they offered him a better deal that made him stick around. Listen, I saw the discourse online, you know, good luck. Oh, you're going to do nothing again. Do nothing. Who the hell cares? He's making a lot of money.
Right.
It's a business of making as much money as you can and getting out. How many years? The John Cenas of pro wrestling, it's rare that you have a 20-year career.
Yeah.
Most people that get into professional wrestling, first of all, most people that get into professional wrestling are out within 6 months.
That get into it.
Like, I'm going to go become a wrestler. It is very grueling. It's not an easy job. Like, that's why I never criticize talent, really, unless you totally are abysmal. You shouldn't be on TV or in a ring then. But, Santos Escobar is a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
And he would have been good anywhere he went. Did he want to leave WWE? Probably not, but it worked in his favor now. He got a better deal.
Well, that's also the thing when you think about like contracts and all what the wrestlers have to go through. And I understand people poo-poo them for like, oh, you're going to, like you said, the discourse online, a lot of it was, oh, you re-signed, you're not going to do anything again, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? He re-signed with the WWE, and that means when this contract is up, if he decides to do indies, his rate goes through the roof. If he decides to go to Mexico, his rate's through the roof, or Europe, or New Japan, or
he just wants to be there,
right? Yeah, maybe he just wants to be there and have a good time.
Like, I'll give you a great example. I got a buddy, brilliant guy, so nice, a perfect person, right? He's at a job that he has barely any responsibilities. He's stagnant at his job. He's been there for 5 years. He doesn't give a shit that he's not looking. He doesn't look for a promotion. And he goes, I'm not getting a promotion. I don't want a promotion. I show up, I do my job, and they pay me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it goes back to his palace in Long Island.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect.
He's 44 years old. He's like, I'm making so much money. I don't want to move up. I don't want to become a VP. These guys are throwing money at me to not be one.
Yeah.
Some people have that logic. Other people want to be world champion.
Yeah.
I don't know if Santos Escobar is driving to become a world champion. If he does, that's great. If he doesn't, then that's fine. He's living the career. He's having a career that he wants. Yeah. I don't understand the criticism over people taking money over leaving and going somewhere else and starting over.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think not to say that wrestling is marred by fandom now, because it is, but I think the other side of it is, the more you kind of like, do we really understand the wrestling business? No. But part of it is, like you just said, does he want to be a champ? And if you want to be a champ, you know what? At some point, you're probably going to have to politic a little bit.
I will tell you that I'm not going to say majority. I'm going to say a very huge percentage of people in the AEW and in WWE have no aspiration to become world heavyweight champion, become the man. Okay. Most people don't want that.
It's a lot.
And I want you to, and when you question like, why didn't this person become world champion?
Right.
The reality is, sometimes it's not a matter of them wanting you to be world champion. It's you wanting it, and a lot of people do not. I'm not going to say most. I'm not going to exaggerate this, but lot. I had a recent discussion about a wrestler that is that has never been the world champion, that could be the world champion
in WWE.
And I was told, no, they just don't. They don't want. It's not. They're not driven by that.
Yeah,
and I get that.
Listen, when you look at, have you listened or watched Cody's podcast?
I've seen some stuff.
He always alludes to his litmus test. His barometer is John Cena, right?
Yeah.
He's like, having that belt basically means you get 2 hours of sleep a night, 3 hours of sleep a night. You're doing media first thing in the morning. You have to go to the gym. You got to do make-a-wish. You got to do signings. You got to do X, Y, and Z. And even he said some guys just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They want to collect their check, go out there, wrestle on TV, which is fine. But being a champ, I'm sure in every company, being on top, there's a lot more demand of your presence and personality.
Listen, even back then, right? Now the demand is you got to do the Make-A-Wish, you got to do, which I think is a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
I actually admire those guys. Ashanami, you want to know my opinion on John Cena? That's it. The fact that this guy's done it, he's never asked for anything for it. It's amazing. But you got to do signings, you got to do the Tonight Show, you got to do the morning show. It is a very busy schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that.
Or at least get it.
Even back in the day, you know what it was? Ric Flair had to wrestle way more days as the world champion than anybody else, and there were a lot of people that looked at him and was like, I don't want that.
What was it, 7 days a week, twice on Sunday?
Yeah, 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. Well, if you're Hulk Hogan, you wrestled 3 times in one day. You flew from Japan to the States and wrestled twice.
Yeah. Again, that's a lot of kayfabe, but also like we're kind of ruined by that notion of whatever that interview with Steve Austin was ages ago, where he was like, if you're not in this business to be world champion, then don't be in this business.
Who said that?
I'm paraphrasing. Steve Austin. Yeah.
I mean, was Steve Austin in the business to become world champion in 1994? 1995? So. Was he? I don't know. But I'll tell you this, my God, when he came to WWE, the Ringmaster was never destined to become world heavyweight champion.
But again, like you could see, I feel like when you watch those old Ringmaster, like him and DiBiase,
you could see it in him. Yeah,
you could see that. You could see this guy's like, yeah, there's something behind those eyes. You know,
some people have it.
There. Yeah.
Some people have it.
The Rock. Rock's a great example too. Like, even when he was, Rocky Maivia, you'd be like, yeah, this guy, they're going to put the rocket on this guy at some point.
Yeah. And they did.
Yeah.
SmackDown drew a record low rating. There's a new model for viewership and ratings. Mm-hmm. Friday Night SmackDown on USA did 1.03 million views. It was down 19% from the week prior.
Wow.
We went over this on Beyond the Bell on Tuesdays on Fightful, but I'll summarize this again. They've sports, like live sports, are doing very well. Wrestling has not, because remember, this is not a perfect science. Mm-hmm. They're not calculating it the way that you would think they are. They're not. Every time Rich turns on the TV, and watches, it's an average and it's an estimate. So it's an average of homes in the state that are participating in this. Yeah. And 2, it's a average of how many people they believe in the household is consuming the content.
Right.
And that could really change. If you're talking per household and all of a sudden you calculate that there's 2 people per household watching on average instead of 1.2 people per household, your viewership went sky high.
Yeah.
This is not accurate. And these numbers should not, and I say this all the time, and I'm not saying it because of AEW's numbers or WWE numbers or sports, okay? Mm-hmm. These next day instant numbers are for live advertising.
Yeah.
That is the only place that it matters. That is the only place that it should matter. Is if you're Johnson & Johnson, if you're Kellogg's, if you're Taco Bell, you want to know how many people saw your commercial at that very minute.
Right.
Because that shows the value of your ads. They don't give a crap that it's wrestling. They give a crap on who's watching.
Right.
So per demo, per everything. So these overnight numbers, I'm telling you, they're going to get dwindled to the point that they're not even being reported. The real number should be DVR +3. The +3 number is a far more accurate how hot a product is number. Mm-hmm. We don't consume TV like we used to. Must-see TV is gone. Thursday night must-see TV is gone. You're not waiting to watch Jerry Seinfeld, Friends, and Frasier.
Do you get nostalgic for those days?
When I do, I'll tell you, I was watching the Yankees game the other day, and I was watching, I forgot who else was. Oh, you know what it was? Remember there was an overlay, right? Was it the Tigers and the Yankees?
It was Cubs and Brewers.
Cubs and Brewers and the Tigers, right? I was going back and forth. Yeah. And that was such a pain in the ass to go back and forth on ESPN and ESPN2, whatever they were doing. I forgot what it was. Yeah. It was Fox. It was like a Fox channel.
Fox and TBS.
Fox and TBS. There you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the back and forth. And that was the first time that I've had to in a very long time. And it sucked because it's like delayed. You got to scroll down. You got to hit the other channel. It wasn't instant. That's the only time I missed it. People consume content differently now. And it's a configuration of how we're measuring this. I don't think it's listen, and also, I do not believe the actual number of people that consumed SmackDown is 1 million people in the US. Mm-hmm. It is low, but it's an average.
Yeah.
These numbers, it's great for advertisers to get an idea, but It's also, by the way, these numbers are very conservative. They're not liberally handing out viewership. These are very conservative numbers because you'd rather undersell your product than oversell it when it comes to an advertiser.
Do you think there's a guy somewhere or girl in a suit in an office going, these numbers are bullshit, like every week?
And on the AEW side or on the advertiser side?
On everybody's side.
Yeah,
Just be like, anytime the numbers, these numbers are bullshit, and you know it.
Well, they don't obsess over these numbers. They really don't. It's not like they're not waiting. They're not waiting like, they're not waiting for these numbers to come out and they're having like major yelling conversations about it. Like we saw what happened. Title Tuesday. We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
Abysmal numbers. 300,000 people watched it versus 6 something. For are they looking at this as a major failure? No, they're not. They're waiting to. It's long term. It's quarterly.
Yeah.
They look at these things long term. So I don't know. Is this thing going to adjust? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have a good idea tonight. 1 million viewers is not great. But this kind of reiterates Dave's math on what Netflix is getting in the U.S. And it's far lower than what they were getting prior on USA. So
very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. AJ Styles confirmed his retirement sometime in 26.
Great.
In an interview with Tokyo Sports last month, Styles says that he's certain that he will retire from the ring at some point within the next year. He was asked about the comments today at the WWE pre-Crown Jewel kickoff show. Styles confirmed that he'll be retiring in 2026. All right. I mean, the guy's had a long run. How many more years can he do this?
I hope he gets a excellent series of final matches before he goes. And I honestly do think it's going to start with the Cena match tomorrow. This is going to be the first of his retirement run. And I'd like to see him face a bunch of insane opponents. Cody again, Nakamura. I'm looking forward to that match tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to watching this early in the morning. Fantastic. AEW is making changes to next week's Dynamite and Collision schedule. AEW will have a 3-hour combined edition of Dynamite and Collision on Wednesday, October 15th, starting at 8 p.m. The event will begin a run of AEW Dynamite Collision tapings for the upcoming weeks, which includes San Antonio, Texas on Wednesday the 22nd, Edinburgh, Texas?
Edinburgh, Texas, yeah.
Interesting. Never heard of that place. Edinburgh, Texas on Wednesday, October 29th, and the next live collision will be Saturday, November 8th in Houston.
They should call it Kalinamite.
Kalinamite. I like Kalinamite.
Kalinamite. Stay tuned for AEW Kalinamite.
Stay tuned. AEW Kalinamite up next.
AEW loves them some Texas, that's for sure.
They do.
They go back there quite a bit.
Is AEW as big in the South as we think they are? Because they do Florida and Texas very well.
Yeah. NXT TNA Showdown. It was Invasion, but they changed the date. They changed the name for an obvious reason. The Hardy Boys defeated Dark State to win the NXT titles. This match it got wacky.
Yeah, there's a couple of snafus in there, but you know what? I feel like you feel the same way, Mr. Gonzo. I don't know how you feel, but does it just make you happy to see the Hardy Boys? Yeah,
I mean they're great. Yeah. It's fun stuff. It was a lot of fun seeing them, and they're gonna face and they're gonna face the Dudleys.
Yeah, and honestly, like the Dudleys sitting in the audience look great. Whatever
the leather jacket.
The leather jacket, like very classic, and it's funny because like Devon, for example, backstage and on social media, he seems like the nicest, most smiliest person on the planet, right? Yeah. He's sitting there with that fucking mean face on, and you don't want to mess with this guy, right? You don't want to F with Devon Dudley.
No, they were fantastic, really. Yeah. And I was thinking about this today, right? Like that entire generation of tag teams was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You had the Dudleys, you had Edge and Christian, you had, I mean, and really, that's all you really needed. Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian. And then you had the Outlaws, at the tail begin, I guess the beginning of that crazy run. But you had some great tag teams. And, 20 years later, who is it of today? And you got the Bucks and you got FTR.
Yeah.
And
the Dudleys.
You got and the Dudleys and the Hardys
and Edge and Christian. Yeah. It's really nuts. Like I feel like we should do like another special episode on tag team wrestling over the last.
We really should.
Years.
APA, Armand in the chat room. APA. I forgot how awesome of a big man tag team that was.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And I'm not. It's not an even comparison, but you don't really get those big man tag teams that are as successful as them. But I'll tell you, Shelton and Lashley.
Oh yeah.
They're a big man tag team.
When is somebody gonna AI the APA versus Shelton and Lashley?
Oh man, I've seen the back and forth on this AI battle. People are very upset at this. A lot of people are way more upset over AI than I imagine. Now listen, is it fun? Sure. I'm not posting I did post an AI actually of me dying on the subway, but that was me giving a live account of me taking the potato from the Persian man.
Right.
Okay. But the first time I saw Tupac come out to WCW in 1996, I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. Yeah. And if that man wasn't killed, that would have been such an awesome thing to see.
Yeah.
Because he would have fit in so perfectly in that whole thing.
Yeah.
Then, you got Martin Luther King turning heel. And I'm like, oh, okay. There was like Malcolm X and facing off against Martin Luther King. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little weird. All right. And then the creme de la creme of Burn This App, Chris Benoit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Okay. And I watched one and I felt emotion towards it. And I was like, oh, this is wrong. I don't want to feel anything towards this.
Was it the Satan taking him back?
The Satan taking him back and he's screaming, no, I don't want to go back.
It's insane.
Oh,
it's insane.
That's weird.
But it's also subjective too, because AI is here. That's it. AI is here. Deal with it. And I'm not endorsing anything or poo-pooing anything, but for example, like the Martin Luther King stuff and the Robin Williams stuff, like their families came out and were like, please stop doing this, right?
Yeah, I would
on the other hand,
want that.
On the other hand, David Bowie's daughter came out and was like, this is actually helping me deal with my grief.
Sure.
Just seeing Bowie and then putting herself in the AI in his old costumes and so there's two sides to it.
Yeah. And then there's the other side of, there's like I guess it's not morals. I don't know what you would consider. Listen, people are just it's a new technology. People are playing with it. I don't lecture anybody on stuff like this. I did see the argument of, I'm not making a joke out of this because I don't know anything about it. The consumption of all this energy, it's affecting people's drinking water. And I'm like, I need to read about this. Show me material. Like, what's happening here? And, how about those gigafarms of Bitcoin mining? I'm like, that's not doing, that was fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could find something negative in everything. I think it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And I'm willing to, and I'm telling you, it's going to happen sooner than later. We're going to get Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan in a reimagined. They're going to call it a reimagined match.
Mm-hmm.
What can happen if Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan wrestle today?
Right.
In a WWE ring today. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna have let's say 20 Backlash 2035, right? For the first time ever, the middle spot of the night is gonna be an AI video of, again, Hogan versus Andre.
Or matches we never got.
TV show.
We never got Steve Austin and Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
They did. I could see a special where they did that, but not in a pay-per-view.
So that also reminds me of the Rocky Balboa movie. Do you remember that? Where they did the digital recreation of a match between Rocky in his prime and the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
And then they ended up having the fight at the end. It would be exactly like that. Like, the technology's not going anywhere. It's very interesting. It's fascinating, people's takes on it. But it's also every generation and a half or every 3 generations, you have a new thing, right? Yeah. Imagine you're a caveman and you're doing carvings on the wall. right? And then all of a sudden somebody smashes a bunch of leaves together and makes paper, and then they start drawing on the paper, and then they're like, what are you doing? And then that evolves into books, and
this eventually leads to sex robots,
and then it always leads to sex robots.
That's going to be the downfall of society, and it's happening. I'm telling you, dudes are going to start banging robots, and it's going to be a nightmare.
I think people are already starting to bang robots.
They definitely are. Exotica's coming up in a week.
Yeah, there you go.
In 2 weeks. I have to tell you, are you coming with me on Friday? You want to come with me?
I would love to come.
It's going to be okay. Well, we'll come with me on Friday, but it is, they have those things there. By the way, a lot of our viewers are going to be at Exotica. I'm actually I'm really good friends with Dan Davis, the guy that runs Exotica.
Just don't touch us with your horny hands.
Just don't touch us with your horny hands. Unhorny, not horny hands are fine. Horny hands, I don't want to be touched by.
Fist bumps and elbow bumps, no
open mouth kisses, welcome. Open mouth kisses are welcome. Just no horny hands. All right. So SmackDown preview for tonight. United States Champion Sami Zayn defends in an open challenge. By the way, this happened already, so if you want to go watch it, go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
Last man standing match, Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. I'm looking forward to this.
Awesome. Spooky versus spooky.
Spooky versus spooky. WWE Tag Team Champions Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis defend against Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins.
Cool.
Julia and Kiana James versus Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer.
Great.
Is that it?
I won't spoil it. Yeah, that's it. That's all they announced.
Right.
I won't spoil it, but there was a couple of big
returns. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Crown Jewel. This looks like a decent card, dude. Fantastic. Morning wrestling, love it. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Last time ever. All about it. Australian street fight. Roman Reigns. An Australian street fight. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed's going to have a lit cigarette in his mouth the entire time.
And we're getting cricket paddles and all the Australian
I haven't smoked a cigarette in a very long time. Very long time. I love smoking. Okay?
Yeah.
I love a cigarette.
Hate to admit it.
I hate to admit it, but I absolutely do. But I haven't smoked a cigarette in 9 years. No.
Good for you.
6 years, right?
Yeah.
I'm a let me get a little zooted up, and if someone's smoking, let me bum a pull from you. Okay?
Yeah.
I love that. I smoke cigars all the time.
Yeah. And they murder you.
Yeah, they murder. Oh yeah, they murder you the next day, but I love them. Look at this one. That's
gigantic. Somebody's gonna AI that. Jonathan's gonna AI this shit out of that.
Oh man. I forgot my point. I'm so sorry.
That you love smoking.
I love cigarettes. Yeah, I love cigarettes. Yeah. I can never smoke a cigarette today. Like I die. Okay. I would die. I couldn't even take a pull. It is all you see in Manhattan is young people, like Gen Z, all smoking cigarettes. It's back.
It's back. Yeah, it's back.
It really is back.
20-somethings have brought back cigarettes.
And they all look like shit. Have you noticed that? They all look so old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do great skincare. You do great skincare too. Let me see. Wrinkle up your forehead. Let me see. Yeah, great. I'm getting this all taken care of, by the way. All this is going away.
I got one big line.
I want to look like Mario Lopez. I want to get so much Botox. I got nothing left. Oh yeah, just like that.
No crow's feet.
No, I got a bunch here, but I tan.
Yeah.
GTL,
baby.
Women's Crown Jewel title. Tiffany Stratton against Stephanie Vaquer. So this is the ring, by the way. This is for the Crown Jewel ring. Champion versus champion. And then you have Cody versus Seth Rollins.
Great.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Where do you want to go? You want to go into Dynamite?
Let's talk about Dynamite.
Go into it.
It was a pretty decent Dynamite.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Like, it was a pretty decent Dynamite. They threw a lot at you. This is Title Tuesday. You started out with Hangman confronting Samoa Joe. Really good face-to-face, and I feel like I'm really digging this new twist to the Hangman stuff where he's really coming out doing these, like, I'm the champion promos. Like, the end of that promo is pretty fantastic. Like, MG, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I really like his intensity now. He's changed.
Yeah.
He's geared it up a bit.
But I also, at the same time, I think I could speak for the three of us, wouldn't mind seeing Samoa Joe with that belt again.
Oh, dude, he was such a great champion.
Yeah.
And it was a short run. He had a very short run. It was fantastic. He was such a good champion. He's such a believable wrestling champion. You look at him, you're like, oh, that guy, I could see him why he's world champion. I don't need to know anything about him.
Exactly. Like, he's a big brawler. You know, his promos reflect that. You don't need more than that. You know, nothing complicated.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Let's talk about that for a second too. I feel like that aura is a little bit missing in pro wrestling today.
Like you look at a guy and you're like, oh yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, like that guy I don't know who he is, but I can tell he's a champion.
I could tell why he has that title.
Right.
Yeah, you know who comes to mind? Taz.
Yeah.
Taz, great example, right? He comes out with the world champion. You know that guy is like there's something about him.
Yeah, ECW, like that. It's so interesting and fascinating how Paul Heyman flawlessly orchestrated his ECW champions to be bigger than life, right? The first time Taz showed up on WWE TV, I was like, this guy's not 6'5".
Yeah. Well, he shot him great. And we love Taz.
Oh, Taz is the best.
I'll never say anything. You know, him and I, we go back and forth about the Mets now on Twitter.
Oh, do you?
We DM each other about the Mets.
Orange is my color.
I developed a stable of former pro wrestlers and people that are adjacent to pro wrestling and current wrestlers. And I've developed my relationship about the Mets, like MJF, right? Yeah. Taz. Yeah. Brian Gewirtz. I talk to Brian all the time about the Mets.
Very nice.
Like, he'll be at a game and I'll message him. I'm like, where are you sitting?
Yeah, was he Mets fan forever?
Is he Mets fan forever? Maybe he was me. Maybe I was Mets fan forever.
Were you?
What was the other guy? It was Mets fan forever, and what was the Dolphin?
Oh, I don't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember the other guy's name.
Yeah, Dolphin and Mets fan forever.
We got the Hurt. Well, what else do we have? Moxley and Ishii. These guys have amazing chemistry. For some reason, I can't. I always like watching them wrestle. Hurt Syndicate defeated the Demand in a street fight. That was fun.
That was fun. So there was a spot where there was supposed to be a table spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ricochet, it didn't break the table. So MVP speared. I don't know if it was Bishop Khan or who'd he spear into the table?
Or was it Toa Leona? You know
Maybe
what? I watched the entire match. I can't for the life of me remember that. I kept thinking about. I was super obsessed with the ending of that giant choke slam from Bobby Lashley into like a giant German suplex from Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jurassic Express defeated the Enhancement Talent. You had Kyle versus Kyle 2 with Kyle
the Battle
Fletcher,
of the Kyles.
The Battle of the Kyles with Kyle Fletcher retaining the TNT title. Where do you see Kyle Fletcher in 5 years?
World champion.
In AEW.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. He's exceptional.
Yeah.
And listen, you remember we were at World's End, right? And he was sitting in front of us. He came out of the back, he sat it down, and he watched everything.
Yeah.
Like, just sat in the crowd by himself and just watched everything. I mean, that was a moment. That was, you and I both were like, yeah, look at this guy. Look what he's doing. You know, he's studying.
You had Mercedes Moné defeating Lacey Lane, the former Caden Carter.
Yeah, so she was the person from Florida.
Yeah. Retained Mercedes Moné defeated Lacey Lane TBS title. She retained it. This is a good match. Okada and Takeshita defeated Brodito when Okada pinned Bandito after doing a quick tag to Takeshita. I really want to see these guys wrestle.
Oh, me too.
Very bad. Yeah.
Oh, Takeshita and
Can
Okada?
they coexist tag team again? It's going to lead to a big match between the two.
The crowd was very much on Takeshita's side. Also, there's something very charming about him. That
do you? Well, here's the other thing. Takeshita has a IWGP World Title shot coming up. I would say put that freaking title on him. You have nothing to lose.
Put the belt on him.
Put the belt on him. Have him come back and have him as IWGP champion on AEW TV, and him and Okada could do something. I love that. It's a net positive for everybody. It's a net positive for AEW. It's a net positive definitely for New Japan because right now they never recovered post-pandemic.
Right. Plus, a great match with Takeshita and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
You know, that's
in
gonna
a
be
global
awesome.
sense, you mean?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
in more of a global, yeah,
in a global sense. Orange Cassidy defeated Pac.
He looks great. I mean, he needs to grow his hair because he looks weird, but he looks incredible. What a physique on this guy.
I like that he stepped out of that comfort zone to try the singlet and the short hair.
Trying something.
You know, now after the match, Darby, it was very they shot it weird because it was very unclear what he did to Pac, right? It's like it looks like he sprayed mace at him or sprayed something at him.
Yeah.
But then he took out a taser and was like kind of like warding everybody off with the taser. And then and the Death Riders were coming after him, and he tried to throw a Molotov cocktail at them.
Yeah. So I don't, and he couldn't light the Molotov cocktail.
Right. You know,
that was a threat my grandfather would say. My grandfather would always threaten, like, I'm gonna Molotov cocktail the house. I'm not even kidding.
The security guard tackled him.
The security speared the shit out of him.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that stopped Andrew and I from going in the hotel.
Was that the guy?
It might have been. You remember?
It's possible. Yeah.
With your burlap
sacks,
trying to prank kidnap people.
Moved his way in.
Just walk in like you belong there. That's it. That's my advice for everybody. Yeah. That's all you have to do.
AEW Collision Homecoming.
Hate waiting on lines. AEW Collision Homecoming. What do we got?
This was recorded, by the way. This is the show we were talking about. TJ in action. That's Ty Mello and Anna Jay. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens versus Big Bill and Brian Keith. Eddie Kingston versus the Beast Mordos. Megan Bain and FTR versus Willow Nightingale and Jet Speed. Koda Ibushi, Josh Alexander. That ended early. And AEW Women's Champion Chris Statlander, Tyler Sony Storm, Harley Cameron versus a Triangle of Madness.
Great.
Next week we got a pay-per-view. AEW Wrestle Dream. TNT champion Kyle Fletcher defends against Mark Briscoe. You got a $500,000 match. Jurassic Express. Jungle Jack Perry. He's not a boy anymore. He's just a jungle. Jungle Jack Perry versus... Yes.
How do we feel about these money matches that they're doing? I mean, it gives them stakes, but we can't actually believe that getting $5,000.
It works because the Young Bucks are broke. So it works. So it's continuing the story. I'm okay with it. Against the Young Bucks. AEW Tag Team Champions Brodito defends against Kazuchika Okada. I say Kazuchika because that's how Brian Alvarez has said it for years, because that's how Okada said his name on the show.
Yeah.
Kazuchika Okada and Kones. Say it, Rich.
Did you shut down?
I shut down. Say the name.
Konosuke Takeshita.
Konosuke Takeshita. I was so good with these names, and then I hit 40, and now I'm old, and I can't say any names that are foreign. I could only say John and Michael and Andrew.
What is this, Italian?
What is this? What is this, an Italian name? What is this? Look at all those vowels.
I Quit match. John Moxley versus Darby Allin. I feel like this is going to get out of hand.
I know. This is going to get too crazy.
I think somebody's going to get in. I feel like somebody's going to have a nail gun.
I want this match at 8 a.m. This is the match I want at 8 o'clock in the morning. I want a John Moxley and Darby Allin I Quit match at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
AEW Women's Champion Chris Statlander defends against Toni Storm, and AEW World Champion Hangman Page defends against the Joe of Samoa.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. The wrestling is going to be dope.
Sunday, we got TNA Bound for Glory. You want to run down this card really quick?
Yeah, you have the pre-show Knockouts Tag Team Champions. The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, defend against the Elegance brand, Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance. Fun, Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller. A Call Your Shot gauntlet match. You have X Division Champion Leon Slater defends against Javon Evans. TNA International Champion Frankie Kazarian defends against Steve Macklin. It should be fun. Hardcore War. Order 4, Mustafa Ali, Special Agent Zero, Jason Hotch, John Schuyler, Tasha Steeles versus The System. Eddie Edwards Moose, Brian Myers, JDC, Alicia Edwards. You have the Knockouts World Champion Kalani Jordan defending against Indy Hartwell. And you have TNA and NXT Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, defend against Team 3D, Bully Ray and Devon in a tables match. Now, does the winner get both sets of belts?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. I don't remember hearing.
That's what they said that. Yes, that was they just added as of yesterday at TNA taping, I believe.
So the Dudleys are winning.
Added.
Oh man, I'd love the Dudleys to win. Dudleys are NXT World Champions.
So the Dudleys have never gotten that belt either, right? That was the whole story of the Hardys winning on Tuesday.
They've never had the NXT titles. No.
Yeah, just to round everything out, you know. And well, the Dudleys also did the Hardys AEW. Hold. No. Did the Hardys hold the AEW?
No,
titles?
No. They never did.
Okay. Interesting. TNA World Champ Trick Williams defends against Mike Santana. Mike Santana should have won.
He should have won months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the delay has been, but let's see. Because if he doesn't win, that he's never winning it. This is when you got to do it.
Really. You got to pull the trigger on him now. I also wouldn't mind seeing that guy like roaming around NXT too, man. Like he's so great. He's such a good wrestler. Do you want to do
real quick? Real quick before we go on that, I just went on the WWE Champions page where they have all the champions listed. It looks like they pulled a composite of the Hardys from like 15 years ago.
Put the link in the chat room so everybody could see that.
It's just on the Superstar page.
This is an old picture of the Hardys when they were with Michael Hayes.
Not that long ago, but it's definitely not. I don't think it's current. I could be wrong.
All right, let's do questions. Yeah,
you want to do 15 minutes of questions and then get out of here?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, nice and tight. All right, let's see. MG, hit them questions.
All right. Sorry, let me get to the top. Just
the noises of confidence.
I had to reset the chat, so
you froze, Rich.
Okay, here's one. This is one for Andrew.
Yeah, you're frozen. Are plans for Shockwave AEW on Fox dead? I have not heard anything since the original report. So I guess it is, unless they're doing something for part of it was they're on in Mexico on Fox Sports. So I don't know if they're gonna do something. I don't know. I have heard nothing. I don't think they need more shows, to be honest, and I've always felt this way. I think Rampage was okay because it was a 1-hour show, right?
Yeah.
I thought having Dark and Dark Elevation was great because it gave you extra content to film for your archives because they needed that. They needed the archives. I can't turn this off. I don't know why. I don't think, Collision kind of hurt them as far as saturation of their content. I don't know. I honestly, I don't have the hours anymore. So I really enjoy Collision, but is it a necessity at this point? I think you need to have it. I don't think a third show they need a third show at all.
Right. No, I agree with you. Ring of Honor should be the third show. So I have a question, actually. Yeah. Now, a year ago, WWE ID launched. What happened?
They're still doing it. I mean, they have a bunch of indie people that are signed to. I think it was who was it? Kylie Ray.
I forgot to add that.
She just said
Ray
that she
stopped, and that Zeta Steel, I think.
Yeah,
they both opted out for whatever reason.
Oh, interesting. Are we just like not covering it, or is it just something that kind of?
It's not. There's nothing happening.
Yeah,
it's like all right, whatever. It's like their scouting system.
Yeah. Well, it's also like the schools, like you have a Reality of Wrestling, right? Yeah. Booker T's school. You have Elite Pro. You have Nightmare Factory, and you have Black and Brave Seth Rollins school, so it's like, that's an interesting way to get your future WWE superstars and then put them in the Performance Center. And then they have the other show, right? Is that still going? I forgot the name of it.
LFG.
Yeah. LFG.
LFG's happening. And they also have Evolve.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's so much.
It's a lot. MG, next question, please.
Okay. Here's one about the women's tag titles.
Do y'all know what the plans are for AEW women's tag titles? Is it going to be a tournament? I think they'll probably do a tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to have... I think that's what I was told, that they're going to do a tournament. I have to check.
Let's see. Let me put this up there, too. Who do you think is... Oh, that's interesting. When I click on it in my end, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. We'll have to figure that out later.
Who do you think is the next AEW Men's World Champ?
That hasn't held a title?
Kyle Fletcher.
Give me the sleepies.
Sweepy.
Kyle Fletcher would be one. Maybe Darby.
Yeah. Do you think Darby comes out ahead on his feud with Mox and then goes for the big belt?
And he beats Hangman? I don't know. I don't think that would be a good idea. Someone needs to beat Hangman, and it's going to have to be a heel to get the next guy. So,
yeah.
I mean, listen, Okada's going to have it. Orange Cassidy's not going to have the title yet.
Would you rather Hangman drop it to Darby, or would you rather Samoa Joe beats Hangman and then you do a really good David and Goliath between Darby and Joe for a while?
I don't want to see... people are going to hate me for saying this. I don't want Darby to hold that title.
Like ever.
Yeah. Doesn't do it for me. I love the act. I love Darby. Listen, and a lot of people are going to disagree. This is personal preference. I like my world champions to be world champions.
What about Rey Mysterio?
He is the exception, but I also did not love Rey Mysterio's world heavyweight champion. Okay. I'm sorry. I get it. He's facing Kevin Nash and he does a whatever, and it's like a fluke win. Oh my God, he beat Kevin Nash, a 7-foot guy. He beat this one. I get it. I get that you can't book everything like that, and you got to give this guy a push. But there's a reason why he was only world champion for X amount of months. Was he one of the most successful acts that they had there from WCW? 130%. I just listen. This is my preference. I'm old school with that stuff. The world champion should be a gigantic, or a
gigantic person.
Yeah, it should be a gigantic person. But you also have moments like a Bryan Danielson that he's a great wrestler and he's able to out-wrestle you any day of the week. Darby Allin is going to fall on you and hurt you.
Listen, anything it takes to win, right?
And I guess so. This is just. I think before Darby gets the title, there's so many other people that should have it before.
Yeah.
There's an argument. Should Bobby Lashley have that title? Yeah, I could see Bobby Lashley holding that title. Should MJF hold that title again? Sure, I think MJF should hold that title again.
Swerve,
Jay White. Jay White should hold that title.
God,
the list goes on and on. It just has to be done right. I have a problem with suspension of disbelief when you are facing a guy that's 6'4" and the other guy is, minuscule.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good, especially if you are on the way up. If you're attempting to get out of a hole, it doesn't work. Big Bill, why, he's a guy that he's impressive. Look at that size.
100%.
You want to see him and Darby have a competitive fight again for the World Heavyweight Champion, and I have to now believe that Darby Allin is going to beat this 7-foot monster?
Right.
This is just me. Again, you could suspend your disbelief all you want. This is just me.
Let's see. Yeah, on to the next one?
Yeah.
This is from Batcher 3000. Geek.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up on that.
Okay.
Put that for a second, because I had to get connected.
Okay.
I will do it. Batcher.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Because I haven't announced it yet. I haven't said it. Let's do another question first.
Okay.
Just hold tight, Bachelor.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Okay. TNA's Carlos Silva said they're close to a TV deal. Just need the lawyers to finish things up. Do you believe him? And where do they go?
I do believe them. I don't want to spread rumors. I've heard some places, but I mean, like, listen, if you... Paramount sounds good.
Sure.
Paramount.
You think it'll be streaming, or will
Fox Sports? I mean, they could do it on Fox Sports. There's There's not too many places, to be honest, but WWE has assisted in them getting a better TV deal. I think it's positive for TNA. Mm-hmm. I don't know what those viewership is going to look like. Are they going to get 300,000 viewers a show? Or are they going to get 200,000? I don't know. I don't know what the landscape will look like for them, but I think it's a positive.
Razzle Dazzle added a follow-up to it, and he said it could be streaming. They changed the wording.
He said new platform. Yeah, I mean, they could be on Paramount. And they could be streaming on Paramount,
Correct.
Listen, does it matter? If you're getting paid, does the viewership matter because you're behind the paywall? I think the landscape of how people look at these TV rights are very much changing because there's so much money being thrown that it doesn't... Listen, WWE's viewership will never equate to the money that they are getting.
Right.
It's a loss. It's to prevent someone else getting it. It's a loss leader. I don't know how they calculate that for Netflix, but they're number 7 and 8 most weeks in viewership. They're paying a lot of money for number 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it's possible. I want TNA to do great. I want them to get a good TV deal.
Yeah, same here.
What else, MJ? Right. And I have like 2 more minutes.
Yeah, MJ, do that super chat.
Okay. Yeah, do the super chat.
All right. Damn it.
It's MG Geek. Do the Jacob Fatu shimmy.
Oh, no.
Is it like this?
It's going to fall.
If you go back and forth, I'm not going to stand up.
What are you doing?
Dude, they got to put you in jail for that.
What are you? Don't stand up. I'm afraid of what you got on under below that T-shirt.
No. But isn't it just like shake his shoulders back like this?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, you're going to jail, dude. They're arresting you.
Detroit PD showing up. Spent.
That was the best $1.99, dude. I can't believe you made this lunatic just move his shoulders. You paid this man $1.99 to do this.
I think it was worth it.
I think it's well worth it, dude.
I think it was worth it. It was well worth it. We took our break over the summer, but again, if new fans are joining us, if you send us money and have a dance request for MG Geek, he has to do it. Contractually obligated to dance.
Dear God.
For your money. Like a private dancer.
Me private dancer, he's dancing for money.
Badger 3000 said, F it, I got my $2 worth.
He definitely did. All right, boys and girls, that is it for this week. We are out of here. We'll see you all next week on Tuesday for Beyond the Bell, and also Matt Men next Friday. And I'll be back on Sunday with Wrestling Observer Live to discuss everything happening in the world of professional wrestling. That's it for this week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Mwah. Love you.